sense? Fine. Now we are going to discuss topic on Java. Our topic of exception handling. So first, we are going to discuss today the exception handling in Java. These are the points. After this class, you have to learn about the define exception, call type of exception, third, no exception class and packages, fourth, check how to read and where exception is arises, and fifth, write a short program to handle an exception. All these topics we are going to discuss today's class. Now, exception handling in Java. We are going to handle these subtopics in these topics. First, what is exception? Second, exception types. Third, exception classes and packages. Fourth, types of exception. And fifth, example or program to handle the exception. Next, for what is an exception? An exception is an abnormal of condition that occurs at runtime, for example, divide by 0. Whenever we are going to write a program and execute a program, we want to exact output which is be given in which we want in our program. But whenever there is some problem, some errors, that is maybe syntax error, that may be runtime error, that error is called the exception, which is arises abnormal condition. That condition may be for our syntax error, that condition may be our runtime error, that condition may be our system failure. Then an exception is arises. For example, divide by 0. When we in real life, when a number system, when we divide a number, suppose a number is 30 and divide by 0, that is in mathematics that will be infinity. So that output will not be given by our program. So this is an exception arise. That when we divide a number by 0. Okay. Now stop. Ready? Okay. During execution of a statement within any method, if any exceptional condition occurs, the Java runtime environment, Java interpreter, that is the Java interpreter, create a suitable exception object and throw it. Third, every exception is basically an object belong to Java's exception class hierarchy. That means whichever exception is generated, that is generated by the exception class. It is called the exception. It's handled by the exception class. The class hierarchy of the exception is the exception class. Exception needs to be handled so that appropriate action can be taken. Whenever exception is arises, we have to handle that exception. That exception is handled by the programmer or the Java exception classes, which is inherited by default, inherited by our program, or by which is inherited by java.input output by importing the java.input output classes. Program can also provide exception handling code. However, if there is no exception handling code present during runtime and exception occurs, then Java interpreter provides default exception class handler. I have already said that when exception is arises, the exception